Hello Aries, thank you so much for joining me for the last monthly reading of 2021. This is the December 2021 Psychic Tarot reading with me, Vickieverlie, the rock and roll prophetess. I have over 30 years experience in the metaphysical field. I create books, decks, art and channeled information, all sorts of stuff you can find on my website, which I do have to put up right away. I want to make sure that everybody knows, because it's come to my attention that people are using my videos and directing you to a different website. So unless they're directing you to my website, vickieverlie.com, but it also would be rockandrollprophetess.com. But this is my website, vickieverlie.com, Vickie Verlie.com. So don't be fooled by imitators and frauds. They're using my videos and they're directing it to some other website. So you won't be getting a reading from me or whatever they're trying to rope you into. It has nothing to do with me. So just be aware of that. It's terrible that that stuff goes on, but yet it does. But let's get into this. This is an exciting month because we're going to have a new moon eclipse in your fellow fire sign of of Sagittarius, and you're in Aries, so that's a nice trine energy, harmonious energy. And then there's also going to be the solstice, which, let me pull out my chart before we get into this thing here. So here you are, Aries, okay? So you are one of the cardinal signs: Aries, Libra, and Capricorn and Cancer. These are the four cardinal signs. This is the cardinal cross, and you're a part of it. So whenever the sun moves into one of the cardinal signs, we experience a shift in seasons. So in yours is, of course, the Aries equinox in the northern hemisphere in the spring. So this is the solstice. These are the equinoxes, Aries and Libra, and the solstices are Capricorn and Cancer. So it affects everybody when we move into a new sign, a new season. It affects everybody. It's a universal shift in consciousness. But you being part of the cardinal cross, you are probably affected a little bit more than some other people. And while I have this out here, let's just show that these are the fire signs, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. So this makes a big triangle. And this is a beautiful trine between the new moon eclipse in Sagittarius is a beautiful trine to your Aries energy. So you absolutely can use it. Everybody can use it, and it's very powerful for everybody. But you in particular, you have a connection to both of the big events going on astrologically this month, even though neither of them are in your sign. Okay. Here's the deck we're going to use, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, my own design. Then we're going to pull you an Animal Totem card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle deck. If you're a Patreon level 2 subscriber, there's going to be 4 additional clarifiers put around you, and for a bonus reading through the Patreon thing. You can find out about that in the links below this actual video or by visiting my website. Okay. It seems like everybody likes the version of the readings that I've been posted on the last month, which is different than what I've done on YouTube before, but actually this is more like what a personal reading would be. So we're going to continue with this format. So there'll be 2 parts, starting with the Celtic Cross, okay? Celtic Cross reading for Aries for December of 2021. 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, Magician, Fool, 4 of Swords, Page of Rods, Queen of Rods, King of Rods. Oh my gosh, everybody's showing up in here. We're going to be in trouble because I need to find you. So guess what? You're going to be the Knight of Rods in the second part, because that's only one left. Yeah, because you're the fire sign energy. So in the second part, we find you in the spread, and you show up as 1 or 2 of these cards. But since both came out already, the only one, and then we have the Page. We have the Page, the Queen, and the King. The only one left is the Knight, so you'll be the Knight. By the way, there's no gender in these readings, so any of these people could be male or female. It's not gender specific, okay? Well, it seems like you're focused on some money stuff here. It's maybe you're. To me, when these two show up together, it's like, okay, I got to figure out who's getting paid, and things might have to be tightening your belt buckle a little bit. But I do feel like some things are going to be opening up for you. Financially, if that's not going to be the case, sorry about that, entirely for the whole month, because you have news coming in fire. Well, we're going to be in the sign of Sagittarius for nearly the whole month until we get to the solstice on the 21st, but also I'm going to go back to that fire sign eclipse. So I think there could be something showing up for you on or around that fire sign eclipse, which is that new moon eclipse on December 4th in the sign of Sagittarius. I think something could, be showing up for you. And even look at where he's looking. He's looking up here, right at this you getting some kind of a payment, you getting some kind of increase, maybe a year-end bonus at your work or something like that. Or, if you do work, in retail, maybe you're going to get very busy and get a lot of commissions, or anything where you would have commissions, that could be up for you too. So yeah, it's gonna, don't get too worried about it. Aries, usually you're not worried about much of anything. You guys are pretty freewheeling for most of the part. And that's what it's saying. You got the full energy. It's talking about, getting back to that full energy, which is not foolish, but is that freewheeling, kind of take it as it comes, always putting your foot on a new path, always being open. You got this. I might put that, you got this, as your headline. You got this. Because you're showing up as the magician here. Not you got it, you got this. Let me write that correctly, or I'll forget it if I don't write it down right away. You are the master of your own domain. This is such it's not the Aries card, I don't believe, but it feels so Aryan, because it's just like, I'm an individual unto myself. I have everything I need to do to create my reality. And it is pointing right up at this financial situation. So it's something like, get busy, or I'm hearing when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's what the guides are coming through with. You might even have to enlist help. You might have your whole family coming, because this feels like the family, because it's the husband and wife and the child, a traditional nuclear family. So this feels like this is representing the family. Like, you might even get so busy that you have to have your kids are helping. I'm seeing everybody's helping, like, package things and stamp things with postage or whatever. Like, maybe it's wrapping gifts or something like that. But that would also, if you have a ton of gifts to wrap, that would also possibly indicate that there's a lot of money showing up. But I see a whole bunch of people, and we're all, we're trying to get all these orders out. That's what it really feels like to me, orders out. Or maybe you work at the post office, and it's going to get real busy. I don't know if they give year-end bonuses there, but that seems to be the thing. It looks like, you're going to need a rest. You're going to have this final push to get through this year, the end of this year and the end of this season. But then you're going to be really ready for a rest. But it may even be so much that you become overwhelmed, but you're going to get through it. You may have to enlist help with friends and family to come over and help you get through everything. And I do see people, like envelopes and packaging and stuff like that. So for some of you out there, maybe if you have some kind of Etsy shop or Amazon store or something like that, you may be getting like super busy at this time. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do the second part of the reading. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Now, we've already established, because everybody showed up in the first part, that you're going to end up being, you're going to be the Knight of Rods. So whatever the Knight of Rods shows up at, that's going to be, we're going to look at the cards surrounding the Knight of Rods. The row above, the row he shows up in, the row above him, and the row below him. But it's still, again, if you're a woman, it's still you. Okay, it's not, if you identify, there you are. Okay, it's not about gender, it's about elements, fire energy, you. Okay, there you are. Okay, so we're going to look at here, and this little square area here, okay? All right. Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second. I had a cough drop in my mouth before because it was so, my throat's getting so raspy from just talking so much. But here we go. You got the Lovers showing right next to you. Definitely these love cards. You've got the Lovers on one side and then this offer of love on the other side. So definitely a magnet for love. People are going to be interested in you. There could be a reconciliation. There absolutely could be with the Six of Cups. That could be somebody showing up from your past. But you got to give them time and space. You can't be pushing in your typical Aries energy. Wanting to push, give me an answer, wanting to push, because that's not going to help. That's not going to help. That's just going to make the other person dig their heels in even more. You feel like you found this dream and it was taken away from you, but guess what? It's going to be coming back. And it may not be a dream of love. Your wish is coming true. You were looking at how you lost out, but something is coming back that you thought you lost out on. Could be love, but it could also be something else. Maybe it's some kind of business thing. Maybe that's what you were worried about, that money thing, and all of a sudden your business comes back, you know. But it definitely is talking about it's not over. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. You hear my dog slurping on back there. Hey, buddy, can you wait to get your drink till we're done? Can you wait till I finish the reading? Thank you. Because I think the slurping is showing up on the tape. Thank you very much. Okay, buddy. Just a few more minutes, okay? Good boy. Okay. So, something that you thought was a wash, it's coming back in a positive way here. And you got to approach it gently. Don't go in like a bull in a china shop or an Aries the Ram in the china shop. This is going to take some gentle persuasion. You're going to have to give somebody some space. Because whatever it is, it's talking about that this is meant for you. And something is meant for you, it will be yours. You know, if it's meant for you, it's going to be yours. This is a past life connection. This is a karmic connection. But you can also, by pushing too hard or not being like, well, it's meant for me, then it's mine. You know, you have to, they're very much coming across with like, this has got to go gently here. Also, that Page of Cups carries a very gentle energy. The same with the High Priestess. It's very gentle, slow, patience. I'm hearing that song, Patience. There's a little patience, yeah, yeah. I've been walking the streets. I'm way out of key. I missed that high note by a mile. But anyways, Three of Rods is here. The Three of Rods is, you know, your ships are coming in. So you're going to get what you want. This usually pertains more to business. That's why I'm saying this could also be some business stuff here. But it could, you know, it's basically Three of Rods is you're going to get what you want. Oh, look at this. There it is. The Three of Rods. 1, 2, 3. That 1, 2, 3. The Three Rods people. They're showing up here. So the three will, for some of you, it's going to be the three will get beat back together. Might be your 3 siblings, you and your 3 children, or you and your 2 children. The family of fire will be, you know, is going to be together. That's what that's talking about for most of you, I'm going to say. That's the mess. It took me a while. The 3, because there's the 3, and then there was the 3 that showed up even in the beginning. You had the 3 there. So it's talking about the 3. The 3. These are 3 children. 1, 2, 3. The 3 will be back together again. If you play it cool. Gotta play it cool. Gotta be too cool for school, Aries, alright? Cool as a cucumber. Oh no, I opened that door. Now the guys are going to be coming in with all kinds of corny jokes. Okay, but let's go ahead. We're going to do your animal totem now. Okay. Animal totem for our Aries friends. Okay, animal totem for our Aries friends for our December reading, Aries friends. The deer, oh, it's perfect, because that is totally what the deer energy is all about. It's confirming what I was tuning into down here. You've got to be gentle around those deers. You know, they spook and they can run off. You know, you have to approach very gently, and how the deer itself just walks through, you know, so quietly and gingerly through. Gingerly, that's a word. That's a word for this. Through the forest, okay, but gentle, first word. Gentle, peaceful, sensitive soul. Loving persuasion realizes desires. Pay attention to your surroundings, ready to act in an instant. Quiet introspect reveals the answers you seek. Yeah, that's showing up here with the High Priestess too. The quiet introspect, and then you have that 4 of Swords also in the first part of the reading. You have that 4 of Swords there, so that's that quiet introspect. I know it's against your nature, Aries, but you got to have strength. You got to kind of hold on there, hold, you know, slow down there, killer. You know, kind of chill it out a little bit, back it up, move a little slower. I know that you're impulsive, and that's not that's not your natural way to be. But, you know, smooth into it, find into it, because that's how you're going to get what you want. It's karmically meant to be yours, but you can't be too pushy with it or too aggressive. You did that before, and what happened? You know, it didn't work out for you. Yeah, I'm looking over here at my paintings because I was going to announce, these are very discolored, like bluish on this screen. I just can't, I've tried a bunch of different ways, and that's just how it's going to be. But Fine Art America, I've put some of my paintings on there, including the Aries painting. Maybe if I click on the actual thing, it won't be so yellow. I did this cool Aries painting. It's so blue. It is still blue. It's not this bluish in color. It's just the tint of the screen on the camera or something. But yeah, this is one of my paintings, my metaphysical, spiritual paintings that I have in. I've posted on Far Night America because many of you have been wanting to get prints of mine. I was trying to deal with this one company, and I decided, well, Fine Art America is the best. They offer good quality prints. You can get a very small print for very little money, or you can get a poster size if you want. You can get it on canvas, and it's all good quality stuff. And I've added some new pieces lately, but that Aries energy, you know, that I looked over and saw that. In addition to that, I was going to mention, you know, the independent creators this holiday season. As you know, I am an independent creator. Here's some of a few examples of the many journals and sketchbooks that I have on Amazon for only $6. But not just for me. Why not support the independent creators in your own town? You know, go to your local crafts fairs, your local, you know, bazaars, or your brick and mortar places. Go on Etsy or Instagram and look for independent creators, and give a gift that's handcrafted and from an independent creator. And to me, those are always so much more meaningful anyway. I'd much rather have that than some kind of, you know, electronic or a gift card, you know. But I mean, why not support our independent creators during this holiday season rather than the big corporations who just don't even pay taxes and everything else, okay? All right, so that's just my little thought for the day. Aries, looks like you're going to have some love energy, and you can really have the caring and the three amigos, or the three people that, you know, have this closeness that you're longing for, but you can't push it. You got to come at it with strength, patience, gentleness, calm. You know, these are all humility. Look at the words on the card there. That's what's gonna win over hearts and minds, is by coming at it with a little bit toned down there. Yeah, toning down a little bit. I mean, you gotta be you. I gotta be me, I'm hearing. I gotta be me. You gotta be you, I understand. But you don't have to be you so in your face all the time, okay? Alright, so thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of my channel for all through the years. Those of you that have been with me since the beginning, I'm the original YouTube tarot reader. I pretty much invented this format. And for those of you who are new, welcome. Thank you for letting YouTube know that you do enjoy my content by liking, subscribing, and sharing, especially subscribing. It's very much appreciated. It doesn't cost you anything, and I do appreciate it oh so much. If you are a level 2 Patreon supporter, there's going to be we're going to put 4 more cards around from the Songs for the Journey Home as a clarifier. And don't forget about the year ahead readings. By the end of this month, that's it. I don't know if I mentioned that with you. End of this month, and then you can't get it anymore till next year. It's on my site. Personal year ahead. Most popular reading of the year. Thanks you for all of those of you that have been ordering it. I've been super busy and I love it. Thank you so much. Have the best holiday season and Happy New Year, and we'll see you again. Bye.